Alright. Hello kittens, we're restarting because one, the modded version, I pressed the wrong Starfield and it was the unmodded version that I started up. So short version of this story is I had to redo the display, so it's now fixed for OBS, the original OBS, not the updated version of OBS. What's the updated version? Streamline or something like that? Mine's still the original. Anyway, had to redo the display and I pressed the wrong Starfield button to start up episode 6. So you missed out on my mistake, which was me making an error, jumping off a part of the bridge, landing in the water, and having to restart. And I haven't had to do that for over a year when I first started Starfield. So looks like it's gonna cut out half of the description at the bottom. Alright, let's see. Yep, we're back to the modded version. Alright. The reason why I know this is the modded version is this one looks like Mal's gun from the show called Firefly. And this maelstrom, if you see on the side here, it shows the number 40. It should be able to go up to where's the other one? Because it has 48 rounds in it, it should say 48, but this only says 40 on the actual weapon. Yes, I've got more than enough rounds on this. Alright, I've got an okay rounds for them. Alright, I've got 16 weapons there. That's okay. Alright, so first off, we are going to meet Ah, I can never get his name right. But we're going up to the eye first, and then we're going to meet Andreja. I can never get her name right. Half of it I can get right. Thank goodness I, what do you call it? Kept a hold of the reverse thrusters. Now with the eye, I shouldn't have a problem, and I wouldn't need the what do they call it? My spacesuit.
Let me know when you're ready to launch.
We got a rook on deck. Good to see Constellation getting some fresh blood.
Good to meet you, Vladimir.
Glad you two finally have a chance to meet.
Wish I could have been down at the lodge to see the artifacts come together. But I got a little lost peeking through the eye.
That happens to me too. I get lost in something and lose time.
Always preferred working alone, even around people I like. But we're all working together on this one. No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery. Now, this station, the Eye, rigged up for deep space scans. Barrett and Sarah teased out the signs of where our artifacts could be hiding after we caught our second one. But the data takes a slow ride along the Sea of Light. Years or decades between us and the fringes of space without a grav drive.
Ah, yeah. Difference between light speed and humans, yeah, understood. I need to check those leads in person.
You won't be the only constellation out there. Andreja and Matteo are both following up on scans themselves. Matteo went out recently, but Andreja, it's been a while. Hate to pull a worried old man act on you, but I'm an old man and I'm worried.
Exploring takes time. I'm sure she's fine. Who's Andreja?
Another Roken constellation who's making a name for herself. Likes to be on her own. I can relate, so I try to look out for her more than most.
I'll keep an eye out for Andreja.
Yes, indeed. Stop worrying so much, Vladimir. If she's out there, we'll find her.
She should be at one of the 2 sites I've marked on your star map. Can take care of herself, but we all need backup sometimes. Anyway, hopefully you'll be catching Fortune's smile, and we'll have some more artifacts to take a closer look at. Happy hunting.
I'll leave the conversation for a bit later.
Show the words another time then.
Because I'm sure we'll be able to have a conversation before the story progresses. Alright. I get what he meant, because not because he's doing the old man and sort of thing, but as he said, she's similar to him in the sense that she likes to be alone, and she has, like me, one of my traits, which is the serpent's embrace, which basically, if you don't have the serpent embrace, you wouldn't be able to understand her fully. Or she'll, or put it in another way, she's reluctant to try and become a friend of yours. It would take you maybe half the game to get her to be your best friend. Yep, fine, Andreja. Somehow I don't think it'd be Cementati. I think it'd be the first one. Okay. Ah, so it's not the first one, it's the second one.
Contact Charlie 3. That's you. Charlie 3. Nice to meet you. Bye, Charlie 3. Hi. Just doing my daily paying it forward. Avoid the Altair system. Like big time.
Thanks for the warning about Altair.
Sure. So, I'm doing my rounds, pick-up, supply drops, and I grab into the Altair system, and boy, spacers all over the damn place there. Distress call, yammering non-stop. Something big's going down there, and all of us with no skin in the game, best we just give it a wide berth. Am I right?
You were lucky to make it out of there.
I skedaddled as soon as my grab drive could spin up, but, yeah, lucky. Bye, Charlie 3. You've been like the best Charlie 3 I've talked to all week.
And yes, I just press X to land there. It's a bit of ways, but still. That's only got 10 radiation. What's the other one? 30 against radiation, just in case. Airborne and thermo. This one's got against corrosive. 20 and 0 corrosive. And this has got no airborne defense. I think I'll go with this one. And that one. And the reason why this says its value is 2,000 now, instead of its original 36, is that I had to buy it back for 2,000. Okay. This is why I never wanted to get rid of it in the first place. It has the chameleon effect. Okay. there's argon here.
Starting a mining operation like this takes time, patience, and a hell of a lot of credits.
Okay. Alright, let's try and get Andreja. Well, before we meet her, let's get rid of the auto saves because there were too many.
Don't come any closer. Identify yourself.
Alright. I'm Cole. I'm not here to hurt you.
You are from Constellation. Vladimir said someone might be coming. I'm just glad we found you unharmed, Andreja. Vladimir and I were worried.
You are the newest member, yes? Do they often send you to check up on other, more senior members?
Looks like maybe they had good reason.
Perhaps. I suspect Vladimir worried you might find me on the ground, instead of this one. We waste time. We should complete our mission and then we can talk. Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
And this is why I like Andreja. Unlike Sarah.
Something bothering you, Andreja?
Yes, actually. I am surprised you noticed. You have quite the talent for reading people's current mood from afar.
Comes with the territory, I suppose. Care to share your troubles?
I am concerned with how the rest of Constellation perceives my presence. Regardless of how I present myself, I feel as though they're looking at me with disdain, rather than compassion.
Honestly, I think you're being a bit paranoid. Everyone I've spoken to has nothing but complimentary things to say about you.
If that is truly the case, why do I often find myself excluded from other members' activities and gatherings?
Having someone from House Varun among us is a new experience. I'm certain they're unsure if you even wish to be approached at all. Give them time, Andreja. They'll come around. I promise.
I know that she's trying to make her feel better, but that's the place that I was trying to think of. House Varun. So basically, her and I are...
Meet your death! This is what I trained for! Once again, we are triumphant.
Oh, I picked up more for this one.
easing into things, Andreja. Is our mutual acquaintance helping with the transition to this new way of life for you?
Yes, I would say that the proper adjustments are being made. The most difficult part has been acclimating to what you perceive as the more insignificant customs.
Interesting.
If you wanted to hear him talk, I'm sorry about that, but just that I wanted to get rid of these bad guys. Oh, is that it? The two just here? I thought there were more. Like one more or something. There's Andreja. I thought there was one more. What? I've got to talk to Sarah Morgan now.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Why did you pick now?
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel?
I had visions. I heard sound and music. It's difficult to describe.
No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts?
Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Like my mind and body were out of sync. Powerful, like raw energy coursing through my veins. It was like being instantaneously pulled across an entire galaxy. It was so overwhelming I can't even remember a thing. What's with the psychiatric session, Doc?
You okay?
Yeah, it was like being instantaneously pulled across an entire galaxy.
Oh my goodness. That must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails.
That's a bit of an understatement. I'm sure there's a perfectly rational explanation for them. Why didn't you bring this back at the lodge? Yeah, why didn't she ask at the lodge?
Honestly, I wasn't sure how you'd react. Some people would consider what you went through a deeply personal experience.
I have no problem being open about these.
Good. We need all the help we can get. The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery.
Yeah, it's definitely like feeling there's a solution to all this out there somewhere.
Is there? After spending years gathering data about the artifacts, you'd think I'd have all the answers.
Well, this whole experience must be incredibly frustrating. It is certainly a unique obsession.
Does that really surprise you? A universal mystery left unsolved for God knows how long? Oh, I've been dreaming about solving this puzzle from the beginning.
Never mind the dream, think of the fame. I like that. Never mind the dream, think of the fame. Then let's get to the bottom of the mystery together. Yeah.
I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
So if you follow what I just pressed, you will get all the likes from Sarah. You can tell her later that you want to be mates, which is just being a friend with her.
Light them up!
No, I don't need a rescue axe. So as I was saying, just follow what I was pressing with when I was talking to Sarah just now, because that's the first conversation that you get with her. You'll get about 3, maybe 4 conversations with Sarah. That's if you keep her, but I'm going to keep Andrea with me instead. And
How are you easing into things, Andreja? Is our mutual acquaintance helping with the transition to this new way of life for you?
Yes, I would say that the proper adjustments are being made. The most difficult part has been acclimating to what you perceive as the more insignificant customs.
Interesting. Such as?
Let me think. Oh, yes. Here's a particularly strange one. After a person sneezes, someone invariably invokes the phrase, "bless you." Oddly strange to administer absolution after witnessing a bodily function.
Oh, I'm sure there was a perfectly good reason that expression was connected to sneezing, but I'm afraid it's lost to time.
That is a shame. I would like to have understood the specific etymology of those words.
Ah, well, I don't think that's necessary, Andreja. It's enough to know that being courteous to others is the right thing to do.
sometimes just having 2 people around, like you see there, with these 2.
Did Vladimir inform you that I will be making another delivery?
All right. Suppose you were due for one. The Contents. They're what we agreed on?
Yes, Vladimir and I agreed on what should be included.
That's all fine then. Do let me know if you get a response.
That is highly unlikely, but if it happens, I will be sure and tell you.
Ah, she's talking about House Varun. And she's trying to keep it quiet.
I hope wherever you store that the smell will not be an issue.
Well, that I need to give to Noel.
Something bothering you, Andreja?
Yes, actually. I am surprised you noticed. You have quite the talent for reading people's current mood from afar.
Comes with the territory, I suppose. Care to share your troubles?
I am concerned with how the rest of Constellation perceives my presence. Regardless of how I present myself, I feel as though they're looking at me with disdain, rather than comradeship.
Honestly, I think you're being a bit paranoid. Everyone I've spoken to has nothing but complimentary things to say about you.
If that is truly the case, why do I often find myself excluded from other members' activities and gatherings?
Having someone from House Varun among us is a new experience. I'm certain they're unsure if you even wish to be approached at all. Give them time, Andreja. They'll come around. I promise.
Okay, so there's someone around here. Ah, there you are.
Quiet.
Whoa,
I think you may be trying to take a little too much on. Neither.
I know what she's saying. And she's saying it more politely than Sarah. Okay. Yeah. Any more?
Mutual acquaintance helping with the transition to this new way of life for you?
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Well, you two have been too busy nattering for anything else. And when I mean nattering, I mean they've both been busy talking. Time to switch over.
I also wish to be prepared for any situation, but there are practical limits, no?
Ah, there she is.
significant customs. Interesting. Such as...
Alright.
Oh,
Artifacts or tower.
Someone invariably invokes the phrase, "bless you." Oddly strange to administer absolution after witnessing a bodily function.
You are back. You did not respond when I called to you after you pulled out the artifact. Does that mean Barrett's theory and experience were correct? The artifact grants the first person who touches it a vision?
Yes, not that I've been able to make sense of them.
The fact that it has happened to both you and Barrett is already more than we had before.
I think it is important that we discuss what you saw back there. That man. What I had done.
It was either you or him, right?
It was, yes. I appreciate that you see it that way. A very practical outlook, not one I find is shared amongst members of Constellation. May I ask what your background is?
I was a miner at Argos Extractor.
Argos. I have heard of this company. Small, reckless. Interesting. I do not have experience with this profession, but I have my own experiences with risk. We both seem to be unusual additions to Constellation. Please, I would ask that you not mention to Vladimir the circumstances in which you found me. This is not the first time that Varun zealots have attempted to corner me. If it is known that this has happened again, well, it has been a while since I was given an assignment on my own. I would not want it to be even longer in the future. Do you understand?
I've got it. Mum's the word.
Mom, this means we are in agreement. Thank you. That is good to know.
I will finish here and return to New Atlantis when I can. You should go now, as they will be expecting us.
Okay, and even when I get to the ship, she will be in there. And when I turn up at the lodge, she will turn up a few seconds later. Anything good up here?
Find anything useful? Oh, might be something useful here.
Recon pack. Oh, a deep course. suit. Some healing stuff, that's good. No, I don't need a wrench. Anything else over here? No. Okay. Let's head on out.
We've, what's the old expression? Ah, yes. Hit the jackpot.
Okay, whatever you say, Sarah. And, I know I keep sort of alluding to something with Sarah, but I'll basically say it plain as day right now. She's a cross between Cat and Piper. That is what I've been alluding to. Because one, Piper is your Minutemen faction, but Cat is the one that keeps telling you to stop picking up junk. Checked around here before. That's why I thought I'd check it. Okay, there's always a way I need to get up. I don't really like doing it, but I have to. I can't always get up this way. But can I this time?
Might want to check your power packs. Wouldn't want to be caught in these caves in the dark.
Hmm. That's supposed to be a bit better. Alright.
With any luck, maybe we can find a vein of platinum or neodymium. Anything to make this trip worthwhile.
Well, let's take a quick gander over here to see if there's anything.
You're carrying too many odds and ends. Time to let something go.
Those odds and ends are what keep us alive.
Not gonna last much longer.
Oh, you want me to carry thing helpful for you? Alright. Okay. Of course, it's gonna do that. Okay, what about this side? No, okay. Let's get the star map. Why is it saying to go to there? Huh. Well, before we go there, we'll do a save. saying to go back to there.